Sweet. Now I can get one of those t-shirts with Martin Luther King on the front holding up a Dreamcast, because indeed I've got myself a Dreamcast. PAL box version. I've been in no rush to get this console. In fact, I was really wanting to hold off getting anything since I've just recently got my PC Engine and the Japanese PS2s I've recently showed you. But when it rains it pours. A really good deal came up here in New Zealand for this, and it's not that common. Dreamcasts aren't that common down here, perhaps in the southern hemisphere in Australia also. So I leaped on the chance when I could. And I've never played a Dreamcast before. I've always wanted one for a particular game, and I'll get to that soon. But I just really feel so solid. It's a wee bit smaller than I imagined it, but it's a real beast. You know, it's got a legendary name. Wee bit of discolouring here, but she's really tidy. No real dust in the fan or anything, and sweet. And I love the controller. You know, I've got quite big hands, and it fits really nicely in my hands. And I love the D-pad. It's almost like got a cushiony in the middle. It's one of the best D-pads I've ever felt. And the VMU came with 2 controllers and just one VMU, the visual memory unit in there, and they're so cool, eh? Like way beyond its time. Many people say that about the Dreamcast. You know, you think back to sort of 2000, 2001 when this came out. This just would blown minds, and it's still awesome. The VMU displays the game that you're playing on there and everything. It's really cool. Came with a bunch of games, and typical PAL, you know, like the cases are a shock. You just look at these things and they break. Real awkward, like convoluted cases, these PAL cases, and really fragile, terrible. But came with a few games. I'm aware this is a good game, Worms Armageddon, but it's not really my thing. Probably sell that on. It's pretty cool. I'll probably keep this one. Came with V-Rally 2. Love my rally games, and that's got some good reviews. These all came complete. I'm not really interested in this. Probably flick this on. And a soccer game. That's going. But one of the PAL games I'll definitely keep, which was a bit of a hoot to play, and apparently it's a really good multiplayer fun sort of party game, is Choo Choo Rocket. Really out of it. And pretty good. So that's the games that came with the system, all boxed up and sweet, but of course, you know, I was keen on the imports and shmups for the system, and there's also lots of good fighters. Now, I looked into it initially. I got in contact with a fellow YouTuber, good sort, fellow New Zealander, Wicked Clowns NZ, and he was telling me about how the Dreamcast has pretty weak region lockout, and mods aren't really needed, so you just need a boot disc and or a couple of different types to get you through. And so with his good advice, I went off and I sought a couple of games that I definitely wanted. Now, when I was talking about the Jet PS2, the game I thought of when I first got that system I wanted most was Thunder Force 6 with the PC Engine. It was Splatterhouse. But for the Dreamcast, I'd seen it about 3 years ago. Classic Games Room had done like a 3-part review on it and just raved about it. I was just like jaw dropped, you know, I'm into shooters and I saw this game, I was just like, whoa. But where I was at the time, sort of 2.5 years ago when I first saw the vid came up, I was just sort of so far removed from what I was sort of getting into game-wise, and sort of didn't really imagine I'd get this import or system that I have now, and I just have been thrashing it. It's just the coolest, it's definitely one of the best shmups I've ever played, and it's just so much depth in it, it's so awesome. Mars Matrix. It's the US version, got it from the States, reasonable price. It was like 30 bucks with free postage down here, which was the clincher because postage kills down here. But yeah, I'd say it's in average condition, the booklet and stuff, but the disc is really nice. Being an American release, it hasn't got any colour inside the book, but quite a nice chunky manual. But man, this is a Takumi shooter. I'll put gameplay below, guys, if you've never heard of this. Go see Classic Games Room review of this. This is just insane, awesomely, there's so much depth, bullet hell shooter. One of the great things about this is that as you get into it and play, you can unlock all this different stuff, like you can sort of earn more lives, etc. But you can also see different strategies for stages, and just there's a whole shop there of just like pimping out everything. It's just really cool. So yeah, lots of playability, and I've pretty much only scratched the surface, just been getting into this of late. Mars Matrix, real holy grail for me when it comes to shmups, and I've finally got on the system. Really stoked. Now this is a predecessor to Mars Matrix, Giga Wing. Picked this up pretty recently too, and this is in excellent condition. Once again, it's an American release. I got this from the UK, American game from the UK. Got it, I think like £18. It's pretty sweet. And this is cool. It's got lots of the elements of Mars Matrix. Mars Matrix is built on it, but I really like this. It's more classical style vertical shmup with the smart bombs, etc. More ships to choose from, and yeah, bullet hell goodness, man. Really, really good. Luke Morse just recently did a video like yesterday, I think, showing Giga Wing Arcade, which is basically identical to this. So yeah, I'll put a link to his video that he did yesterday below if you haven't seen Giga Wings. Yeah, the Dreamcast is a powerhouse, and it's so good, these games. Now, special thanks of course to Wicked Clowns for making all this possible. So I had no idea what I was doing, and this little gold disc that he brought off of me, the import enabler, is like gold because it was able to access these games. He's also given me Utopia. So cheers bro, thanks Chris, Wicked Clowns. He also sent me a couple of games he burnt, Street Fighter 3 and Daytona Racer. And I just reminded me how great Street Fighter 3 is, and I was just really fortunate. Auction came up here in New Zealand for the Japanese version. I snapped it up and it didn't arrive. You know, sort of almost a week and a half, 2 weeks went by, and I thought it just got burnt in a deal and I just wasn't going to get the game in the end. And I'd sent various emails, but it finally came through. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Awesome. I haven't played it for so long. It all came flooding back. Being the Japanese release, it's got a really nice book. I'll quickly show you the characters. Some hard case ones in here too. Yeah. Some real nice artwork, typical of the Japanese manuals. That won't crack me up. You! I pick her. Yeah, so this is really tidy knit in a great edition. Can't go wrong with Street Fighter. And that's a mint of that. And the bonus is the seller finally sent it through, and he found a bit stink about the delay, so I got a bit of a bonus when it came. Unopened brand new VMU card. That was awesome. So more than made up for the time delay for sending through. Guy sent his regards saying enjoy. Now it says, you guys, anyone be able to help me out there, it says it's for NTSC-U, but being the memory card, is it still be able to use in this, my Power Console? Not sure, I'm presuming it would be, but it says only for use with NTSC, so I'm not sure there. Just let me know if you know. So yeah guys, great shooters on the system. I'm really stoked with the Dreamcast. Once again, just like my PC engine and my PS2 imports fit, I'd really like to know some good recommendations for the Dreamcast. I don't know much about the library of games. Of course there's some other shooters. I'm pretty keen on getting Giga Wing too because I really like Giga Wing. But is there any sort of that I've overlooked? I know of some other exclusives, of course the expensive Border Down, and but I can't really think of any exclusives to the system because there's Ikaruga and stuff, but I've got that on the GameCube. But yeah, just let me know any other good brawlers, scrolling beat 'em ups, one-on-one fighters, or shmups. So yeah, better get back to business with the Dreamcast. Catch you guys soon. Later.